There's no question that the biggest break that I got was participating in the first season of So You Think You Can Dance. That was the moment where I went from a dancer amongst a large body of dancer and very happy to be, to all of a sudden being recognized by my name. My name is Nicolas Archambault, and my style of dance is a blend of a lot of styles, but I revert to contemporary. I didn't see myself as a confident person at all when I was growing up. I was very shy, very introverted. Interacting with other kids and with people, that was not something that came to me naturally, despite my best effort. But I was lucky that I found dance at such an early age, because even though in the rest of my everyday life I had a hard time blending in, at least I had one thing that I liked, one thing that made me feel good, and a group of kids that I could do it with. And so it was a way to connect from a distance, from a safe zone. And then through dance, so everything that I used to think were flaws had to become my strength. And in finding comfort with that, then came confidence. 10 years ago, dancers from Quebec rarely breached into the English market, let alone the United States. Even Toronto was a super big step for everyone. It was really impressive. And there was very few dancers who had accomplished it. And we also didn't dance to become famous or to become known or to be recognized. And So You Think You Can Dance broke that, shattered that rule. And so all of a sudden you have to decide if you're going to try to live up to something that you maybe never were to begin with, or if you're going to be fine with just being what you are on that day, in that moment. The move that I'm going to be showing today is not a move. I have a section of choreography that represents how I like to move these days, at this point in my life. As a dancer, I've never had a signature move, and it's funny because it's something that we get asked as dancers. What's your power move? What's your signature move? And I never felt like I had one, but I think that I have a signature way to approach movement. We don't have to fill every second of a choreography or every second of the music, that we can allow the body to just flow with it. This contrast of tight musicality and allowing for freedom and looseness is something that I like. I like to build positions and then deconstruct them. I like to find the most cost-efficient way to move from point A to point B, and then explode, And I have a very unique way, which comes from being partially deaf. I have a really specific way that I listen to music, which in turns completely shapes how I move. How I feel when I dance has changed. When I started and when I decided that I was going to embrace it wholeheartedly, I could have danced 12 hours a day and be happy. And in fact, I did very often. And then dance became what I did and what I was. And that was exciting and terrifying. And then there was a portion where I felt like I had lost myself. I'm talking later in my 20s, early 30s. I was trying to find back that feeling, that love, that ease. And once I had found it back, I wanted to protect it. I don't remember the exact moment, but I knew very early on that choreography was more interesting to me than dancing. Something about dance not being about me anymore was very important. I didn't realize it right away. When I started doing choreography, I mean, if you have a million dancers available to you, you have a million different ways of moving, a million different set of skills, a million different techniques. Every time that we've managed to do this, it felt like we had collectively created something that was greater than the sum of our parts. And I've learned now that you don't stop being a dancer because you stop dancing. You always are, and you always will be, a dancer.